Literally name one of the real like what of the you know. That's our song. Thank you, Steven. Alrighty. Today.
Good show, Steve.
Good song, Steve.
Righto,
Steven's not here today. Steven's not here on the special British edition. Today we're talking about Babbette's Feast.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure, innit? 1987, directed by who cares? Directed by Gabriel. Alright, I'm giving up.
Say that slower.
A film.
Say that slower.
Can you say it slower? A film by Gabriel Axel.
Alright.
Yeah. So, I hope all you listeners at home have quite the appetite, because we're gonna be cooking up we're preparing an intellectual feast here for you.
That's pretty good.
A real intellectual, multifaceted, dynamic,
multi-dimensional,
exposed brick, slow burn,
right?
feast. Okay, well, I guess that's how it goes. So, initial thoughts.
Well, first of all, we should welcome back. Welcome back.
The person who's not here right now.
The person who literally just walked
just got up. Yeah, we've got Jacob back.
Yeah, welcome back, Jacob.
Listen,
Jacob.
for those who are astute listeners, they'll have missed Jacob, but Jacob has taken a bit of a break, but he's back, and with a vengeance.
Yo.
Lately, he's just been really showing off a lust for life, and he's been watching all these really dope kinos, and so we've got him in the studio. Thank you for joining us, Jacob.
Hey, what's up? Glad to be back. After my long hiatus, back in the saddle,
back in the
so
sack.
to speak.
Back in the
sack, back in the saddle.
Back in black.
Back in black.
Okay, I have to ask, John, what are you doing?
Peanut butter.
Are you eating? You're licking peanut butter off of your bowl. I see. Okay. So that was a deep cut.
Opening thoughts. This movie rocks. I love this movie. I think it's so. A good word for it would be so sweet. Such a sweet film. Also so intense at times. And I think its potential for evil is kind of understated, but I think it gets to me throughout the film. Like, I feel like the film is always riding a knife's edge on whether or not it's gonna like
go bad.
Yeah, whether or not it's gonna go full evil mode,
yeah.
But it continually, of course, goes full goodness mode. Yeah, excited to talk about it. Love it. There are some imperfect moments for sure. There are some things I think are a little like, maybe like just a little corny or something. But in general, beautiful film, beautiful story. Certified Kino.
Yeah, good show. Good show. In it. Yeah, I like the movie a lot. I agree about the whole, like, you're waiting for things to just go totally horribly, but it just keeps being good. I don't know. We'll talk about more in particular about that because I have something to say, and I'm sure everyone else has something to say. But yeah, great movie. Liked it a ton. Good family movie. Something to watch with the kids. Something to watch with your mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I liked it a lot. I was definitely comfort maxing while watching it. I got to have an ice cream. I was drinking tea.
Yeah.
And so like I was having Babette's feast sort of in a way during the film. That being said, I was like during the beginning, sort of like during the middle-ish, I was like getting a little bit bored, but the ending was so based and awesome and human that it didn't weigh on me too much. So there you go.
Yeah, this movie's epic. It everything about it just fits together so nicely. Like a clock. The movie was just kind of like running like a well-made clock.
Mm-hmm.
And super kino, super beautiful, and wholesome.
It's about time we got a wholesome film in here. You know?
Dude, amen, brother.
Dude,
Yeah.
the last
Amen.
film was wholesome.
I didn't watch
Oh
that
yeah,
one.
song
Oh.
to song is wholesome.
Yeah, my bad. It's about time I saw a wholesome film.
I think I can't believe Brody just outed himself like that, and Jacob so utterly clogged him. I can't. I think uh, Jacob, you're so right about Clockwork. I feel like the pacing is incredible. It is
Mm.
slower for sure, but it really maintains like the same pace throughout the whole film, even during the dinner. But the dinner feels like so insane. But I feel like the whole time it's such a steady pace, and I love that it's like it's so overtly a story being told to you, by the narrator.
Yeah.
That's like gives it like a nice classic touch or something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
But I feel like the pacing is great. It's like, it is slow for sure, or it's like on the slower side of life. But it does keep, I think, just like clockwork. It's so well put together. I like the clockwork phrase.
Yeah, it is
Um,
very classical in many respects.
yeah,
And even in some that might be bad, but
Yeah, like it's
yeah,
cheesy.
it's there's a couple
sometimes.
moments, but for the most part, I mean, I don't know, something that I found kind of interesting about it, and something that happens is you have like these movies that are super like classic like film like lighting and stuff where it's like super flat and not very realistic, and then suddenly you'll have just like some like super naturalistic like no lighting landscape shot that is like gorgeous. Specifically, there's one of Babbette during like sunset in her dress, which is like
she's
insane.
she's she's picking the green.
Yeah, she's picking the greens, which is like so insane. And yeah, I don't know, it's like I don't know, the film though, there are like, I don't know, well I don't know, I feel like a lot of the time the kind of classic, this kind of more classic like way of lighting things and shooting things can often like feel kind of just, I don't know, it kind of lends itself to like campiness rather than like something that's actually beautiful. But I feel like the whole film looks, for the most part, really really good, and you've got so many like I don't know, I feel like just like the blocking and framing is so awesome. Like there's so many things that are so, I don't know, just lots of powerful images, that's all. Like very like particular moments.
Yeah, is it just me, or is it when so I watched it for the second time last night, and both times, I don't know if it's that I just start to, because like the dinner scene is so insane, I start to really start paying attention more, or or if the cinematographer really just starts going crazy with it. But sort of, especially right after the dinner when they're in that room, it seems like every single shot is like extremely painterly, and everything is like composed and looks like, sort of like I don't know, I don't know enough, like sort of the classical European paintings of that time or something.
Yeah.
Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Like,
I know what you're talking about, but I'm trying to recall if other scenes felt that particularly, like having attention to detail, how well they're lit or how interesting they're lit. But I can't recall.
I mean,
if only Criterion wasn't clogging me and doesn't let me stream, I'd show what I'm talking about. It kind of sucks, actually.
Let's see if my Amazon trial still works.
I don't think it's necessarily just after the dinner. I think it's just that you're paying attention more, because I feel like there's there's tons of moments that are, painterly.
No, there definitely is. But like, I don't know, it just seems like before the dinner scene is kind of, no, oh my gosh. Okay, just the dinner scene and everything looks so insanely good. Like, this is for the folks at home who are watching it. 124, insane. I love. Okay, I don't know. We can't just do that, but it's just so painterly.
Insane.
It's so painterly, and it seems so tough. Like, you can't. I don't know. I just think about films that are more contemporary in setting, and even if they try and compose a similar frame, like, it doesn't hit because it, like, I don't know. Maybe it. I don't know. I feel like. It just has a totally different feeling when you have some like Renaissance European composition, but everything in it is contemporary, versus when you have these shots where it's all period,
Mm-hmm.
and it just it like really harnesses the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Maybe we could talk about. All right, Brody.
Yeah.
I think I already know the answer, but
Okay.
did you cry, or
No.
get choked up, or tear up?
No. Wait, I should have asked you what you thought the answer was. Is that what you thought the answer was?
Yeah, because you said you got bored.
Well, I got bored towards the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was getting a little bit. I was getting a little bit like, okay,
Yeah.
I want something to happen now.
You're right. There's nothing cool that happens in the middle of the movie.
But I mean, I could be browser brained and stuff like that, but that doesn't matter. My own fault doesn't change my own feelings watching it.
Someone write that down. Hold on.
Write that down.
Wait, is that a line? Did the preacher say that in the movie?
Yeah, that is that.
I may be a browser brain, but
Maybe.
my own fault. What was it? My own fault.
My own fault doesn't change the feelings about.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
cried a bunch.
I mean, I was just gonna say and in fact, if the dinner scene wasn't as based and epic as it was, then it would have, I would have had severely less positive feelings about the film as a whole. But I mean, that dinner scene was so awesome. It really, it's. I mean, to me, that's the film. Like, it's the only parts I could really remember very vividly. I remember the guy, the singing guy who gets totally clogged. R.I.P.
Dude,
that guy.
that scene is so
he kicks the whole thing off.
What is his name?
So-
Pepin?
Yeah, Pepin.
Yeah.
Mr.
Peyton.
Pepin.
It's like
You're talking about, he's
Achille.
so
Mr.
awesome.
Papist.
Yeah.
Roman Catholic Papist.
Baptiste?
What do you...
Baptiste?
Baptiste?
Oui?
Oh my gosh, Papin
Je
is so
suis
epic.
Baptiste?
Yeah, I Brody, you'll like it more when you're older.
That's actually true.
But it really is a patient. I think it's a patient
Yeah.
steamroller.
I was gonna say that
it really.
there are so many moments, because I don't know, I really had no idea where it was going at any particular point until you hit the beginning of I'm gonna make you guys a feast, and then suddenly it just suddenly there's something that, like before that, there isn't really a particular. There's all these like little vignettes or something, these little small stories where somebody comes in, then leaves, then comes in, and then leaves. Like the general, I did not think the general was coming back, you know, and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I just thought that was like the structure of the movie is these little vignettes. But because of that, I don't know. There's so many just because you're not like focused on some kind of overall structure or goal or something that's going to happen later in the film. Like I feel like it allows these little so many of these like little moments to kind of happen that have like more impact because you're not like anticipating something like some very particular event or something. Like one moment that I have pulled up right now, which is at 38 minutes or whatever, is when they first make the bread and ale soup. Which, first of all, that scene, like after knowing that Babbette is some insane like chef or whatever, it makes that scene so much better. Because
she's so respectful the whole time.
Yeah, she's so respectful, and she's like learning the words.
She eats it, and if she takes her first bite, she bites, she goes, you know, kind of thinks about it, it's like, okay.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say, is that moment where she takes a bite, thinks about it, and then she looks out the window, and then there's just some guy with a sheep, and like, I don't know, I just like cried, and like, I didn't know why, and there's like so many things like that throughout the whole movie, where there's just like these kind of nice little beautiful moments. Yeah.
Oh, so awesome.
I feel like my lifetime of microwave meals and eating at the computer has really diminished this. Like, has really put an impact on me. When I was watching this film, that's what I was thinking about. I was like, I don't have this like culinary experience, like this culinary ties and connect where these things mean something to me. You know, my entire life I've just eaten just
when
whatever.
they're eating turtle soup,
bread and ale soup.
Really, that's been my life, is bread and ale soup. You know? And then I don't really get it. I'm a lot like the sisters in this respect. But I'm one good meal away from getting closer to God.
I've got to go to like Benihana's and God will God will descend.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if you're actually saying that the fact that you haven't had some 10,000 franc multi-course French dinner means you're not as connected. Like,
well, so
like this is all alien to. I think this is alien to all of us.
No, that's true. But what I am saying is like I haven't had very many jolly, good meals with lots of people, like a big community.
I have never had a meal that resembles the Babbette's feast.
Look, I'm saying that.
Well, I'm sure I've had more than you
meals.
because my life has generally been more full than yours.
That's true. Well, hold on. Hold on a second.
Wait, hold on.
You're only saying that because you've watched more movies than me.
So true, actually.
And that's not true.
Yeah, my life's just been more full of movies.
Right.
Therefore, more full.
Well, yeah, the closest thing I can think of is like, I don't know, like Thanksgiving or Christmas meals and stuff. But then it's like, it's all kind of different because it's like family and the food isn't always like insanely good. And mostly the family thing, that kind of ruins it. I love my family, but you know, it's different.
I guess. I mean, they've been together for so long, this group.
Yeah.
That they're like family.
Well, that's like a community, you know?
Yeah, this is like the real, this is a real
family.
community.
Yeah.
I love when they start arguing.
We had, for the audience at home, little side story, a little side quest. Brody and Jacob came and visited me, and we got Korean barbecue. That was kind of like this. Honestly.
That was, I mean, it was a lot of fun.
Right? We're
Yeah.
eating, drinking good stuff, and we're laughing and having fun the whole time.
That's true. And
And you cheated me, and I knew it.
what did I do? Oh, right. Yeah, no, I
And
get
you said
now.
it was okay because I cheated
Yeah,
you,
were
and
"That's
then
okay
I said
because
that I
cheated
deserved
you,
it.
and you don't even know."
Right. And I deserved it. That's right.
Dude, I just got raped.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Just now?
That's great. That's insane, dude.
Oh, such bad timing.
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited for oh my gosh.
Wait, so what have we covered
Just-
while I was getting raped?
I'm excited for Brody to have to endure audio hell that you're creating for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I could see it in his eyes.
All of us
yeah.
have mics, and Jacob's recording on this like headset that he's been putting up and down and throwing around the room for the past like half hour.
Well, dude, no, I haven't. I've been. Fuck you, dude. I've been making an effort to literally sit completely still, and then like my entire family's calling me on my phone, so I have to fucking answer it and step out of the room, and they're asking me some fucking bullshit. Listen, dude, I need to recover my spirits.
Okay.
I need to talk about this movie.
Well, we were just talking about how our recent Korean barbecue experience, you know, kind of
Was that
fun.
actually what you were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, unironically.
Well, Brody was saying he'd never had a good meal in his life.
No, that's not.
Brody was like, all I've ever eaten is bread nail soup, and I have no idea what this movie's about because I've never eaten good food. And I was
No,
like, well,
so-
we recently had Korean
so-
barbecue, and that was kind of like this.
So untrue. So untrue.
The audience will know that it's true.
Dude, okay. Let me just inject a random point in.
Okay.
Dude, how like crazy and discontinuous was like the nightmare scene?
The nightmare scene was like, to
That
me,
was-
that's the one that felt potentially cheesy.
Oh.
I mean, it was cool, but to me, I was
no.
like, I just watched and I was like, oh, this is kind
I
of funny.
thought
The true divide
I
revealed.
thought that the nightmare
Uh-oh.
scene was so good. I understand.
So good.
I see where like I don't know. It definitely seems like
Definitely dated.
yeah,
in
it's
form.
definitely
Yeah.
dated in form, but I don't know. I was really sold on this like turtle or whatever and like all this.
Yeah,
I was really
Baphomet.
sold that like Babbette was about to do some like satanic excess to these poor Puritans or something, you know? Like I was really worried, you know? And
Babbette, more like Baphomet.
I really liked it, like, conceptually, you know? Like, the idea that this foreign meal, there's, like, something evil about the foreignness of it.
Right.
I really like that idea.
No,
Can
I
you
think
guys-
this
I
is
think it's
wrong.
excess.
Hold on. Can I clog you guys real quick?
Oh,
'Cause
excess.
You guys are,
That's even better.
yeah, you guys are committing
Okay, go ahead
extreme
and clog.
cringe.
Okay,
First degree
go ahead.
felony.
Okay.
The reason you didn't like the nightmare scene is because you don't get it, okay? You're sitting
Okay.
there thinking, oh my gosh, these old ladies, right? When the two old women are like...
Hold on, are you
holding-
addressing me right
who
now?
are you talking to?
both of you.
Who's both of you?
Who's
anyone,
both of you?
anyone who didn't tremble with fear at the nightmare sequence.
What? I just
Okay.
said it was crazy in that it was like radically different
discontinuous.
from
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
Okay, you're
definitely
right.
definitely
I'm
was a
addressing
break
Brody.
in form.
Okay,
Okay,
not
the-
really.
the
Okay,
film-
fine. I'll stop my tirade.
Yeah,
I'll
stop your
my
tirade. Listen, I was
No, I'm still talking.
Oh,
okay.
I'm still- I'm
for
just
all
gonna-
for all the
Wait,
listeners,
he's still-
Troy's
he still
wearing
needs
an
it.
American flag T-shirt. All right,
It's pajamas.
and he's now trying to lecture Brody, a person of color, about the meaning of the scene.
Okay. Okay, I'll just say the first time I watched it, I was not really enthralled by the nightmare sequence, and I also felt that when the sisters like have their little secret town meeting and they're like, "We're so sorry, we didn't know, and this is evil, you know, this is some witch's brew, you know." I'm thinking, dumb old hag bitches, like, what are you guys talking? Like, you guys are stupid. You know,
Really?
like
Just
like
food.
basically some like like some senile women
No,
or
dude,
whatever
that's crazy.
being kind of silly and overreacting.
No, dude, they're right.
But it's so true.
They're so
They
right.
are they're so right.
Yeah.
Like they're so right. And I think the nightmare sequence then really
Wait,
hit
hold
on
on.
the second time when I really realized that their concerns are totally accurate.
Wait, I am so confused now.
Okay.
What do you mean they're right?
They're right. This dinner, like this is like such a big deal, right? They've spent their whole lives rejecting the world of pleasure and all these things. And they're not concerned that the food is like obviously like literally evil or anything. They're concerned they're gonna love it. They're concerned they can never go back. They're concerned that they are essentially the poor man who can't feed himself. And when Babbette comes through and he starts getting like chicken noodle, right, and he loves it. Oh, thank you for Babbette, right? And then he gets the bread and ale again, and he's all mad. He's like, "What the hell is this?" You know?
Yeah.
What is
Spoiled.
this?
Right? So like in the
By
nightmare,
excess.
right? Like the key scene, like the wine spills, and then you go into the wine. You know, like oh my gosh, wine. Like they've spent their whole lives trying to keep it simple and basic, and now they're about to get exposed to such excess,
And-
such pleasures, such
Yeah.
divine bodily pleasures
yeah.
that this could reframe their entire lives. Right? Did they make the right choice?
And-
I feel like this
see.
whole thing, right? This whole movie is about different people who've gone down two different roads.
Yeah, and this is and like
right?
the general, he has this whole thing, the whole thing about making the right
Yeah.
choice. Like, and he says that so
Yeah,
many times.
yeah, I mean, that's-
but
yeah,
the
it's
the
so
other thing
good.
is that this is all happening on this, like it's supposed to be in honor of their father, who is like the most pious, the most like he is the symbol of the community of this like rejection of worldliness or something or of excess. And it's like, okay, well on his day we're gonna like go crazy and eat turtle soup, you know.
Yeah, I don't really care
And
about the
get-
dad
and
thing.
get
That's
and
like
get
totally.
It's
It's not epic enough.
What?
It's about this community, bro. Funk the dad. That's just some excuse for this dinner, bro. This
What the
dinner
fuck?
threatens this entire community.
The dad is the community. No,
No,
no, no.
the
The
dad's
dad.
dead,
The dad
bro.
is the dad.
No, the dad-
Okay, you're gonna tell me
No.
that the dad is not symbolically
Okay.
important. The meal is not. It's not. He's not just
No,
an excuse.
okay,
He's
I'm
not.
just
He's not
saying-
some.
Of course, the dad is
And
symbolically important, but
they
it's
even
not.
make
It
a
doesn't-
point to point out how important that this meal is to them.
Okay, but
Right,
what's
that
more
it ends
important?
up
What,
going
no,
okay.
what I'm saying, what's at stake is way bigger than ruining their dad's
Yeah,
special
that's
day.
great. I never said it wasn't. You're just attacking
Yeah, I
me
know.
for no reason. I don't understand.
No,
I just
no, I was
introduced
just-
it as another element
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is
yeah.
making it bad, and then you're like, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
was
no, no,
super
no,
on your
I-
side,
look,
Troy,
I
during this whole
agree.
rant.
I
I
agree,
was
it's a
like,
valid point.
I was really getting on board. I was like, this is so true, and then you blew it.
No, it's
Now,
still so
Well,
true.
you've undermined your
All
whole-
these, dude. Imagine. I'm trying to think of imagine you marry your high school sweetheart, right? You get a mortgage. You live the classic life,
The
and
classic
then
life.
all of a sudden, you get giga rich for some reason, and you get invited to the elites retreat in the woods.
Met Gala.
Yeah, the Met Gala, and your plain old wife gets left at home, and at the retreat, you get to inject baby blood, and you get this whole this brothel of all these young supermodels who will do your every whim. Not only
Yeah.
is that crazy because it's insane, but you'd be like, oh my gosh, am I about to regret the choices I've made in life?
Mm-hmm. Will this
The movie's a
lottery
better
ruin me?
example than my analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie did it better than this
Than I
scenario
chose
I'm
to
coming
off
up
the
with on the fly.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? How that
That's
happened.
crazy.
Anyways, so I think they're totally right to be terrified of this meal. Like
No,
this
yeah,
could be the end for them.
I am crazy on board now.
Yeah, this thing's insane. And let's just talk a little more. I mean, Babbette. So what a good idea. Like I cry multiple times at different things. Something surprisingly, like I cry as soon as when the ice is rolling through town.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dude, that is insane.
The
I mean,
ice.
dude, these people have never seen ice. This thing.
They live in.
Oh yeah,
They live
in
in
there.
the
But still,
Jutland
Yeah,
Peninsula.
yeah.
They
But
talk about how the
the fjord.
the fjord froze over.
Yeah, but you know what? You've got ice, but I don't see any other ice. What?
Why did you single
think,
out
yeah,
the
the
ice? I feel like
extravagance of
the
it is
quails are the standout.
The turtle too. I mean, the turtle, like they don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
But
the turtle
The
goes
turtle's
hard.
crazy.
I don't know. The ice for some reason makes me cry. But basically, just like, dude, this town is getting nuked. Like a nuke is, this town is getting so nuked, and it's so insane. But yeah, so Babbette wins a lottery. Like, what do? Right? You're Babbette. Well, not, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a great idea on her part. I think, maybe it's like too obviously a good idea, so it's not impressive. Like obviously you can't buy something for the
I'm
town.
unimpressed with Babette's idea. It's not clever enough.
I don't know.
No, I'm sorry.
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
no.
it was
obviously.
it was all kind of set up from like the beginning, like with the whole. That's why I kept like I said this movie's like clockwork, is because like you can stare at it and see all the components like at work. Like I was never like wondering what was gonna happen, like I knew like the characters would return, and like
Yeah.
oh, like the lottery angle, she's gonna win it later, and then she's gonna use the money for the feast. Like it is all like made sense.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And that was like what was good about it, was that it was just like a simple, wholesome tale,
Yeah,
and just a good time.
I agree with that. Although I don't think you would have known what was coming if the movie was called.
It called
Bob the Builder.
Babette's.
Yeah, if it was
Stab.
called like
Diet the movie.
1,000
The best
Dragons.
murder.
Maybe not,
Humphrey versus the Dragon 2.
dude.
They should have called it that. This movie spoiled itself.
Yeah, for real.
I really like the general character.
So awesome.
Yeah, he's so sick.
Yeah,
my favorite
I like
character.
all of his little bits during the dinner.
Yeah.
Where he's like, yeah, and this is Kai de Sacrophage.
No.
Okay, check,
Kide
check-
sacrifice.
check it out.
Yeah.
So
Check it
I
out.
would say, like, would you say like the general represents like someone who really understands like a synthesis of like hedonistic pleasure and piety, and he's like he can like go on both sides. Do you know what I mean? Like because he's been in like both lifestyles, sort of.
Yeah, but he's like he's penitent
he's-
of the worldly one. Like he wants,
Yeah.
he
Well, he
thinks
hasn't-
that he made the wrong
Yeah.
choice.
I think, and I don't know if he really understands it. I mean, I think it's more about the choice he made, and I think, cause I love when he talks to his younger self, right? And he's like, I have quenched your every ambition, done everything you want. Like tonight, you need to prove to me that I made the right choice.
Yeah.
So I don't think he does understand both worlds, right? I think he's like, I don't know. I think he did and made a choice, but he doesn't know if it was the right
I
one.
like that
Well,
he's having this I don't know, I like that he's the foil to the like community having the dinner, where that they're like facing this, like the dinner serves as like two different trials where it's like, but I don't know, the same sort of thing where like the community is like gonna eat this dinner and it like threatens to show them that they've made the wrong choice, and then for him it does the same, but in the opposite direction.
Yeah, no, 100%, right? And I love that basically both sides, and it's verbalized by the general, that both sides like have a misunderstanding. Like they're asking the wrong question. And I mean, right, it all comes together in the general speech. Which I could read, but it's I love that the general was they're all wrong, No one understands, and everyone learns that anything is possible.
Except
And
you understand.
I
Yeah,
understand.
Right. Nobody else.
Nobody else in the movie or in this chat.
Yeah, Babbette. I
Except the
love
audience.
Babette's little well, I like the general's explanation of the chef who turns out to be Babbette, you know? Where huh?
A little bit. I like his talking about it. I hate her saying that it was her.
Well, I thought it was going to be emphasized more, and the thing that was interesting about the feast was that like everything's like kind of culminating into like this really epic, like awesome, conclusion with the feast. So I thought it was going to like keep ramping that energy up to the point where it'd be something that you might see in like a Hollywood movie where she's going to come out with like the final course or something, and the general like is going to recognize her and be like, "Oh, it's the chef," and then the sisters are going to start freaking out, and then like everyone's going to like be super happy and joyful and be like, "Oh my god!" Like Babette's been like this, this angel, this angelic like blessing this entire time, but the movie isn't like as on the nose about it. It's very like even when Babette tells the sisters that she was like the chef at Cafe Anglais, like they don't react at all. They're just like, okay, and
It's more
so it's all very very subtle and nuanced. It's not like Christmas movie like boom. Like,
it was me the whole
huge
time,
explosion of
guys.
energy.
Yeah, I'm Santa Claus.
But there is some caroling. So
Wait.
this is a Christmas
But hold
movie.
on.
So
Okay, what
true.
I was saying though, I don't feel that strongly about her. What I was saying was about her like admitting that she was the chef. What I was saying though is I like his speech about what the meal could do or whatever. And
Yeah.
I like it because at that point I was not with it, I was still nervous about what this dinner was doing, like the
Yeah,
process
yeah.
it was what it was doing to these people. And yeah, I don't know, I felt like from the introduction of Babbette saying I'm going to make a feast from then until the end of the dinner, I don't know, the movie really had me like thinking that like this was just so bad. And then he gives this speech and I'm like super skeptical of it, like this seems like you're talking about something else, bro. And then but then it slowly it wasn't like suddenly like the people were like, oh, actually it's a good thing, and then I was like, oh, okay. It was like it like kind of slowly turned that way. And I think one of the first moments is when he's eating one of the dishes, and then it has that shot that Troy actually referenced earlier with all of them, and they all like look at him, and then they all kind of look at each other, and then they all start eating it the way he's eating it. And I just found it
I
so
love that
funny.
part.
And then suddenly
funny.
and I don't know, I like that it like the way that it slowly kind of like melted my like conception, of how it was going to go, was through these little very funny moments. There's like tons of these little funny, there's all these little funny things that happen,
Like when he
like
bites
the
into
guy in the
fruit.
back in the kitchen
Yeah.
who keeps drinking the alcohol and is like, this is so good.
Whoa.
He just, I
Yeah.
think he says something like that. He just keeps telling Babbette, he's like, this
This
is good.
is good. And then she gives him sacrifice.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's loving it. No, I agree. I think there's like all these moments where you're like, it's at the knife's edge of evil and good. Like, I think it starts when she proposes the French dinner,
Uh-huh.
and the sisters immediately, are kind of like, okay. She's like, I want to pay for it, and they're like, no way, you
Yeah.
know. And then Babette's like, have I ever asked you for anything, right?
Mhm.
And it's if they were to say no, it's like, oh my gosh, humanity is evil.
Yeah.
Like these stupid old women, blah blah
Mhm.
blah. But they immediately turn pure good. They're like, oh my gosh, you're 100% right. You've never asked us for anything, and this could be the last time. Of course, Babbette, you can do anything you like. And it's like, okay, fine, we got through this round, and then You know,
This
the
round of
general turns to the other person, is like, this is definitely Gervais Chanfont 1860. You know, and it's like, it's a little tone deaf. Like, who are you even talking
Yeah.
to, dude? This guy has never seen wine in
Yeah.
his life. You know, so you're like, you know, but then, you know, I don't know. It just, things just sort of work themselves out, and slowly but surely. And it's so awesome when they're drinking the wine. I want to drink that wine so bad.
Me too.
It looks so good.
Oh my god, how the old
lady-
lady's
yeah.
face was like, dude, she had such a kino, like, childlike, innocent face,
Yes.
you know, like, first encounter with, like, you know, something good or whatever.
Yeah.
She had her eyes.
Yeah, she like licks her lips and is like, you know,
Yeah.
it's so awesome. And the cheers between the general and the woman from his youth, you know, the sister. You know, they have their own thing and everyone's just loving it. And the sisters keep looking at each other and they're reassuring each other, yeah, this is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, the transformation of how disgusting I thought the food was to how good I thought the food was crazy too. Like, I thought that it was so gross as she's like preparing it, you know?
Mm.
And then suddenly it just at some point I'm like, damn, that looks good. And I don't know.
Yeah, I want to eat it. The fruit, dude, the plate of fruit. To think that these people have probably never seen grapes, you know, let alone
Yeah.
all these melons and dragon fruit and passion fruit and all this whatever. Oh my gosh. It all looks insanely good. And they're just quoting Bible things to like be like, you know, sort of support the general's claim that the meal is blending the lines between, what was it, sensual and spiritual appetite. I love it.
Yeah, the general's like little speech, to me that was like the positivity of a meal and what it can do for people in a group. That was like really what I was taking away from it. That was like my take home, the thing I'm going to remember about when I think about the film. That's what I'm going to remember, is the significance of the meal. When I saw them all go around the well and sing, and then because, you know, they're all a little tipsy, they all had this good meal, they all feel good, right? There's this healing nature about the meal, about the good food. Made me feel so cozy and good. Made me feel like something about that felt like so human, you know? Felt so
Yeah.
awesome.
It's
I
good
love
stuff.
that.
Dude, all
Yeah.
the singing is
It was
all the
so
singing
good.
is so good.
Yeah, the community, the total atmosphere of love and just total good vibes. It's nothing, it doesn't seem like, I don't know, it's not like, it feels, I think, like this incredible, you know, celestial goalie, oh my gosh. But like within the scope, it's also just like, it's like kind of understated. It's like a general good feeling that everyone has, and, you know,
Yeah, there's nothing like,
yeah, it's just so good and so
it
natural.
doesn't feel like fake sappy Christmas, you know? It's not like Hallmark movie,
Yeah.
even though it's like,
I love you.
yeah, even though it somehow, I mean, yeah, even I don't know, it's like cheesy or something, but it like deserves it. Like, I don't know, it really earns it. It just, yeah, I don't know.
You want to know what I'm gonna remember from
It's
this
hard
film?
to be cynical about it, basically. Huh.
Man is frail and foolish. We have. Can I read this? Each?
Sure.
Yeah, all
We
right.
keep referencing it. Is frail and foolish. We have all been told that grace is to be found in the universe, but our human foolishness and short-sightedness we imagine. But in our human foolishness and short-sightedness we imagine the divine grace to be finite. For this reason we tremble. We tremble before making our choice in life, and after having made it, again tremble in fear of having chosen wrong. But the moment comes when our eyes are open, and we see and realize that grace is infinite. Grace, my friends, demands nothing from us but that we shall await it with confidence and acknowledge it in gratitude. Grace, brothers and sisters, makes no conditions and singles out none of us in particular. Grace takes us all to its bosom and proclaims general amnesty. See, that which we have chosen is given us, and that which we have refused is also at the same time granted us. Aye, that which we have rejected is poured upon us abundantly, for mercy and truth have met together, and righteousness and bliss have kissed one another. So true.
Very good speech.
Now I do it again, but in an accent.
My friends.
Dude, dude, I love when he.
One day, I'll get to inject baby blood in some sense. That which I've rejected will return to me.
That's what he's saying. No, I love when he goes to when he's young, and he goes to his aunt's house, and then I don't know, just the house and the way the aunt looks is just so insane. Like I don't know, something about this movie, like something about this movie is so simple in so many ways, but the little moments are so, they just hit so hard. And I don't know, there's a lot of times like when he leaves the village and he just says I will never see you ever again, and then like walks away. It's so good. And there's like, I love how just it's just so not wordy. Like there's just so like, I don't know, I feel like there's no like wasted space or whatever when people say stuff. It just feels very good.
No, so true. Like clockwork. I want to get a good term to describe what we've referenced multiple times. Like this sort of, Elsmore was describing it like sort of a tale. Like it has this like older conventional story framework, and like, yeah, it's not wordy. It's like you've got basically these smaller setups for these individual moments, and each moment hits so freaking hard. Like, right, like you're saying, like there are some things in this world that, you know, he's like, I've learned that life here is cruel and unforgiving, and some things are impossible. Goodbye, and he just leaves.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Yeah, there's some, I don't know what that quality is. It makes
like,
it sort of simple, a tale. A very like, I guess like just archetypal story or something like that.
Yeah, it's very like like literally romantic, or not. Okay, well, like, you know, like romantic era.
Yeah.
In some sort of way that I can't really describe.
Very Victorian.
Yeah, and that was just like such a cozy aspect.
Yeah.
I like the general character. You know, it's like little details that are fun. Like how he's always like snapping to attention really like forcefully, you know, and that like shows like how ambitious he is about his career, you know, how much he wants to like ascend the ranks. But like when he's like later on when he's a general, he doesn't like carry himself like that anymore, and he's like, you know, he's not like walking into the sister's house like, oh, I'm a general, like, you know, attention, you know, he's like humbled, and he wants to be like one of them, you know, and that's just like, just has a different like disposition or whatever.
Yeah, he has the old woman sit down, he greets them brothers and sisters, you know.
Yeah.
No, totally.
Dude, so I didn't really catch it. It was kind of confusing earlier on, switching between the young version of the sisters and the old version, because it was hard kind of at first to see, okay, which sister is supposed to be which.
Yeah.
And whatever. But like I didn't realize this until near the end, that the officer character was wooing the thin-faced girl, and that the opera guy was wooing the other girl. Like I thought for a little while, I thought that it was like the pretty sister who was getting the all like both of the characters were trying to woo, because like I didn't really pay attention to like the faces and whatever. But it was like interesting that they both had their own like temptations.
They're like making a physiognomy
with like
point.
that other life, because they're both like both the opera singer and the officer are like very wealthy, you know, and obviously like indulge a ton in like like sensual pleasures or whatever, like in terms of
Worldly
food,
things, yeah.
music, objects, and like so that yeah, it's all consistent that they both reject that lifestyle and keep their bread and ale soup
Well,
lifestyle.
and both get, both get returned to them what they rejected. Like
Hmm.
the general and the woman share that moment at the end of the dinner, and sort of have some type of closure, and then the woman who's denied the world of art and stardom or whatever, sort of like gets to occupy the shoes of Papin when she realizes that the great artist Babbette, has rejected a future of artistry, like by spending all her money and stuff. And then she gets to embody Papin and say what she says, which is what Papin said to her, and
Hmm.
everyone gets
Yeah.
everyone gets mercy, everyone gets grace.
Dude, the scene with Papin and her where they're singing.
Oh my gosh,
Dude, it's like, I don't know, it's
so
so
intense.
yeah, it's so intense because you're like flipping back and forth between like there's something like obviously so jovial and wonderful and fun about him and you like it, but like you feel so nervous for her because she clearly is so uncomfortable. And like, yeah, I don't know, just in that like he's like having her sing these words that,
Yeah, and the song is obviously
yeah,
about
and
them.
then and the dad in the other room, and it's just so intense. So
Yeah,
intense.
I like when he delivers the note when she says she
Yeah.
doesn't want to take
Yeah.
lessons anymore.
He's like,
He's kind of
"Hey."
like he's taking pleasure in
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Also, uh,
Oh, the dad laughs as he walks away.
Yeah.
You mean?
yeah.
Yeah, he's like, other men have tried. That I want to say I love Papin. I love the whole Papin thing because he is really like he has like no one cares about the young guy who comes and is like I want to marry your daughter, right? And the priest is like, fuck off, idiot.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, whatever, who cares? But the Papin has like some of the like most holy and lofty intentions imaginable. Like he is truly good,
Yeah.
right? He is like in love with art, and I love his line like you'll be able to distract the riches from their riches, or the wealthy from their riches and the poor from their misery.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah, yeah.
he really just believes in art and goodness and beauty, and he's just so happy to have like found something he can try and help.
Mhm.
But at the same time, like in that scene where they're doing the duet, like we basically know that he is good, and yet the whole time
You're so
there's like
worried.
a crazy
Yeah.
conflict. You're so like you really can sense that he is this like basically the way they see him as like this extremely well disguised serpent,
Yeah.
and like the like the temptation is legitimate. Like it's not like some guy coming in like, hey, let me take you away and sell you into slavery or something. It's like this guy is legit. He's good and blah blah blah. But the path of righteousness is hard to follow.
Mhm.
The path of God goes over rivers to my daughter, whatever it is. Anyway,
Yeah,
I just love that about it. Like he
I mean
is truly.
that
You
scene.
can see him so well from both sides.
Yeah, I mean that scene felt like so sad to me to watch because you just saw his demise like from
Yeah.
the beginning, you know.
Yeah.
So the whole time they're doing this duet, you know where it's headed. Yeah, he's gonna about to get absolutely clogged. You sense
Yeah.
it.
Terminal
Terminal
clogging.
clogging.
Terminally clogged.
Terminally clogged. And when he sends a letter, it's so sad. When he and I like just another note is like the neither side is really like it doesn't like. I guess in the end it kind of works out for everyone, but it's not like either side is really advantaged in some sense. Like um like the way you might imagine. So like Papin when he sends his letter that accompanies Babbette, right, to the sisters, in it he says, I've often wondered, like I think you have chosen the better path in life. and he's like, I'm sure as you read this, you're surrounded by children and family, you know?
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, if they were, the movie wouldn't be so awesome, right? Because they're like, well, what? They just made the better choice, you know? Oh, all the heathens of the world versus the Puritan good family pills. Anyway, so I really like that they're kind of, like, they really are kind of miserable, you know, by the path they've taken. Everyone kind of is. And it's not like they get the kids or something, you know. It's more just like they receive a type of confidence in grace that's to come.
Sorry, Pappas. The
And,
Puritans receive God. Receive God's grace.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because like
Yeah, actually,
They're-
all
they're
the
sect.
general and the Pappin are going to hell. They're just gonna burn in fire forever.
Yeah, they weren't pious enough.
it's weird because like I don't know if the movie is suspecting us to know like what sect it is that the father has like formed, or like what it's like supposed to be like referencing in real life, or if it's just supposed to be like this random like Protestant whatever denomination started by some dude, and it doesn't really matter.
I thought it's mentioned
The film
that
actually-
they're Puritans.
Yeah, there's a couple subtle clues that reveal that this is actually part of the Bergman verse, and this is actually the same church as that in Winter's
In
Light.
Winter Light, but
Yeah,
I don't even think
crazy.
they were
Winter's
Puritans.
Light.
Winter Light.
Because
Can you
like
tell that
because
the
like
city is basked in
their
winter
stance
light?
on grace isn't like very like Calvinist, which is what you'd expect in like that part of the world, you know.
There we
And
go.
he's like some anti predestination preacher, but he's also like anti Catholic. So is he like Lutheran, or? But then why would he start his own sect?
Yeah, I think actually we need to get into the axiomatic
You know what?
nature of this religious structure, and
I'm just
No, I think it's relevant.
I mean, it could be.
Well,
it could
no,
be.
I think-
it's fruitful if I mean, I don't know anything about it.
but I don't think there's
personally.
anything there. I think it's
Well,
just some
it's-
nondescript
sure.
religious group of whatever.
I just think but it's interesting because so much of this is centered around grace, right?
Mhm.
And like that's like if that's like one of like the central focuses of the movie, and occupies like a lot of what they talk about in their meetings and their services, like it's just like, okay, well, what? I don't know. It's
Jacob was
just,
right. They're Lutherans.
Jacob's right.
No,
yeah,
I'm not even
18th
kidding. I looked it
century.
up.
Oh, what?
okay.
Well, I guess they say what. That you
They're a
brought this-
strict
Problem
Lutheran.
is, Troy actually thinks all religious groups are the same.
No, I
his
stand by
division
it. I
is
stand by
religious
that
or
it's
not
generally
religious.
a nondescript religious organization
I don't
on the
understand this.
on the
But
non-worldly
but
side.
it is descript. It's Lutheran.
They're just
No,
vaguely
it's described right
non-worldly.
there.
and that mercy / grace is conceived of as the thing which, in general, all religious groups, whether they know it or not,
This is bad.
Are,
This is
looking
bad,
forward to.
Troy.
this is good.
Troy's doing evil right now.
Troy's committing evil right now.
You're doing an evil.
Kind of sad. There's no sex scenes in this movie.
Yeah, that really bummed me out
I
too.
was
There's no explicit
You know.
full nudity HBO.
HBO.
Okay, which one's the
I was
prettier
eyeing
one?
that young version of the sister, or when that one lady talks about how she cheated on her husband
Yeah,
when
should
she
have
was
seen a
young. I was
flashback.
like, why wasn't there a cutaway that showed us
Yeah.
20 minutes of hot barn sex?
Yeah, I have known her behind the barn.
Dude, when they kissed, that old couple kissed after
Oh,
the
so
dinner.
sweet.
I
That
said,
was
so
awesome.
good. I wish
So
they kept
good.
going.
Yeah, think about how long it's been
Old
since they
couples
kissed.
they- I wish they kept
old couples
going.
Kissing is super wholesome.
Yeah. Wait, why they?
I wish it lasted longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish it was.
I wish we had
wetter.
more of that.
I like the character where the only thing he says is hallelujah.
Yeah, he's so good.
Dude,
Yeah, it's kinda
speaking
silly.
of that, his last Hallelujah was his him that being
Was his
his most
best.
genuine actual Hallelujah the whole
Yeah.
film. So
Yeah.
awesome. I love that part so much. After all around the well and he goes Hallelujah, puts his hands up in
Yeah.
the sky. That was so epic, dude. I felt so good
Yeah, it
when
was
I saw
great.
that.
I love when
that's
I love when the general is like, "This is something whatever kind of fancy
Yeah.
wine," and then he's like, "Hallelujah."
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
The wine looks so good.
Sure,
They
you're
look
not
pretty
supposed to
good.
You're not supposed to want it. You're supposed to be tricked into liking it. Troy's not pious.
What?
Okay, we all need to play the lottery once a year so we could have a Babbette's feast.
Yeah.
But we don't have a Babbette.
This is the most responsible use of your
Right,
money.
I could be Babbette.
Well, it doesn't Tony cook?
Yeah,
Yeah, rice and
He's-
ground beef.
He's a foreigner. He's like a
Special
foreign
guest Tony.
character.
Look, we all need to
He's
that
play.
we
a
can
We all need
invite
to
into
play the
our
lottery, and then
homes.
we all need to play the lottery so we can all go to Benihana together. And we could
Yeah,
have
finally, once we win the Mega Millions, we can get a Benny Bahana for
We can
12.
get Benihana for 12. We can
we can drink
yeah.
soju.
we can drink Arnold. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna.
Twisted
This is Diet Coke.
Yeah.
I really do like that meme where it's like, it's just some like normal modern food, and people say like, "Oh, this would kill a Victorian."
Yeah.
You know, like if a Victorian era person like ate Doritos.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah,
Yeah, imagine like the grand finale is cans of Diet Coke. I love that the audio in the film pays special attention to the fizzing nature of the champagne, because it's like they've also never seen
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
You know?
there was
That's
when
true.
the
Like, they've never
champagne
seen
was
carbonated.
fizzing.
Yeah.
There was such a smooth transition between the champagne fizzing in the glass and then the sound of sizzling on the stove. Because like it cuts right from
Dude,
the
I
champagne to
noticed that.
the stove, and it was like, and it just
I feel like in general the audio surprised me with how high quality it was, and the fact that it's in like stereo too, and I don't know, it was like impressively mixed.
What surprises me is this movie is 87. You know, you'd think
look
it's
different.
like 62 or something.
That's
well,
yeah.
well, you know, it's in a foreign country, so they're kind of behind on the aesthetic developments. You know, they're not going to have Arnold Schwarzenegger jumping on a motorcycle.
That's true.
They haven't seen motorcycles.
It took
Yeah,
it took
isn't
him it took him 10 more years to get Arnold Schwarzenegger in any of their films.
Isn't it funny how or I guess not funny, but like Babbette like also indulges in the feast, but like all she does is drink the wine.
Yeah.
You know.
So awesome.
Yeah, like was that her like what do you call, I guess like her reminder of like her past life, or like some like encounter with these pleasures or something. Like I don't know, like if there's any significance, or if she's just, you know, the movie's just trying to say like, okay, you know, she's also enjoying a little something. She's also having a little treat during this feast.
Yeah, I think she's getting to like engage with her last great artwork. Like the meal itself is both her denial and receiving of what she's denying herself, you know. Like, 'cause she could just go back and have her artist life, you know.
Yeah, I'm just so surprised that the dinner isn't more like Eucharistic or like Last Supper-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no like real like breaking of the bread type thing,
No
type
bread
beat.
meal.
I guess like the wine is like the only thing, which, you know, could be like construed in that way,
yeah.
but it wasn't very. The dinner was not very like biblical, despite, you know, the obvious like
Yeah, the whole
setting
film.
of the movie. Yeah.
I think that it that might make it too I feel like it really had to be I mean not saying that it couldn't be both, but I feel like it really had to be both foreign and excessive, and to make it too biblical might have made it I don't know. I mean, I don't know what point it would I feel like the point it would be making might be a little bit different because it's these religious people rejecting this religious symbol or something,
Yeah.
Well, no, but that would be the point, is that they come to appreciate it, as opposed to it malforming their faith or whatever. They come to
the same. They do all the same, come to appreciate it and still frame it. They still they pretty much frame it within a biblical context anyway.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's they obviously they talk about, it's it's not as if it's totally abstracted from religion or whatever, and it's just a total normal dinner, but there isn't a whole lot of attention to any sort of visually making it super crazy in terms of some sort of symbolism or something. It's just it looks, obviously it looks good, but it isn't the same.
It's not as manicured, the composition and blocking isn't as extreme, right? It feels enough like a normal dinner. It feels enough that it's not, it doesn't seem to lend itself super heavily towards
yeah, there's no angelic singing in the background the whole time.
Yeah.
Or the Halo OST.
They didn't all gather to one side of the table.
Dude, imagine.
And then pose the Last Supper.
Yeah, when the general gives a speech, he doesn't T-pose.
Yeah.
And dot wine in his palms.
Oh my gosh. Dude,
I cried when the table was revealed.
No, I was
what?
The dinner table, when they enter the room and the camera pans down fine glass cutlery and
what was your
tablecloth.
Are you sad? Are you scared?
No, it's just so powerful.
Oh, okay.
I just imagine them seeing it, and it's just a whole different
Dude,
thing.
I had a pit in my stomach during this whole thing. I was feeling not good. I was I was dude. Yeah, when it revealed it, I was just kind of oh no.
It's so
yeah,
intense.
it is really intense.
No, okay, well, I just like how they keep saying out loud, "Don't talk about the food."
Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff is weird. It feels like it's their inner thoughts, but it's not.
I like the surprise.
That just shows how
stupid they are.
Noble savage they are. How nobly
savage.
simplistic. I don't know.
Kind of. I love that Babbette is able to finagle good prices because she's got some type of cunning and cleverness that only comes with a worldly life. And then the other lady is I want this for 30, and he's shut up, bitch.
Yeah.
He's that's enough of that.
That's enough of that. Yeah, that part was good.
That's enough of that, but it's awesome. These people are just they're too good to even get it.
That was so good. Dude, who
Yeah.
the the surprise appearance of BB Anderson? I've never
BB.
seen her in a non-Bergman film, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, she kills it.
Dude, I like when the general the narrator is he says pious things because they were in style.
Yeah.
And then he's something they're dancing or
Peterson
whatever,
reference.
and then he's just the grace of God is good.
Yeah.
Funny.
Subtle Jordan Peterson illusion. Subtle trad cath Twitter prediction.
Yeah, dude, true. So true.
Actually, I'm Catholic because it's based. I can't believe none of the characters said based or cringe.
Yeah. I can't believe that the general wasn't like taking a sip of his sacrifice and was like, based.
This wine is based.
The
All that we have
literal
rejected is
the
based
literal
and
basting
cringe.
of the guy de sacrifice.
Yeah. Yeah, subtle reference to the word based.
Dude, oh, and yeah, no, it's funny as well is because, you know, they're speaking in Danish or whatever. Like, it's obviously super closely related to English.
Mm-hmm.
And so there are, like, moments where it sounds like they're speaking English.
Yeah.
There was a part where
it's
they
like-
actually were speaking English, though.
No.
100%.
When?
It's just that Danish
No.
sounds a
There's a
lot
part
like
where like
English.
a full 2 sentences were said that were 100% in English.
No, that's just because Danish sounds like English, I'm telling you.
I don't know what you're talking about, John.
I've been to Denmark.
I know the scene he's talking about where there's
It's
like
like,
two
come
full
here.
sentences like fully in English. There wasn't even subtitles.
Yeah. The
No.
subtitles dropped
No.
and they talked in English.
Well, there's times where the subtitles drop and they're speaking in French.
Okay, well, there's that
Yeah.
too, but it was the... Chill. I'm trying to
They
find
were they were
Chill.
talking to Pipin.
Yeah, it's...
I believe.
Yep,
To who?
Papin at 17... At 17.
17,
17.
17.
1776. I'm interested because I just recall there being like English sounding things like come
Like,
here.
marvelous, thank you so much, that was so good. A whole sentence.
I'm watching the scene right now.
What?
So far, no English.
It's like the beginning of like the cut.
They're literally speaking French.
Bro, you're crazy.
Is
Okay,
it before they
no.
start talking about how he wants?
Yeah, it's the first thing that's said at the beginning of the scene. They're applauding and then
What
it cuts.
scene? What scene is it?
17. It's at 17.
Is this after the
Yeah.
opera player?
Yeah,
The
after
opera
the
man?
opera,
The opera.
right when they enter, you're saying, right? That new scene.
Yeah, it's like a hard cut, and then
Is
I
this
think
just
it's
some
English.
random like side background
Correct.
characters?
Yeah,
speaking
Yeah.
she's
English?
like, that's marvelous. Thank you
Who,
very,
Bibi?
very much.
Okay, well listen. If it's
Oh.
just some random B character saying something in English, that's what I'm
okay.
talking
Hey,
about.
that's more like
okay,
random
now it
BB
doesn't count.
character.
Well, you're saying like, oh yeah, like if you
Okay,
pay
that
real
is
close
English.
attention and turn up your volume 10 feet behind the main characters, there's actually an English
No.
character
It
who,
caught
if
me.
you really
It caught me
lean
by
in, you can hear them
surprise.
say-
It really like when it happened.
I
was
remembered
like,
it
I
in
was like,
particular.
whoa, they're
No,
speaking
it is.
English.
I'm looking at it. She
Here-
definitely. She says marvelous, marvelous. Thank
Yeah,
you
and
very
when it
much.
happened,
Okay,
I was
well,
like,
that's
whoa,
fine.
they're
I
speaking
thought you were
English.
talk-
Like I
Yeah.
Okay.
Who cares? Yeah, Jacob's right. Fuck you guys.
I thought you were talking about the main characters speaking English.
Wait, why are we even talking about English again?
Because I was just saying there are scenes where like they say something and it just sounds very similar.
And then
to
I said,
English.
"Oh yeah, there's a part where they
and
do
that's
speak
awesome.
English,"
It
and then
is.
Jacob denied it, and I approved it. And now he's acting as if I
Yeah,
was making a
okay,
point by it.
Okay, they, the subject of your sentence implies main
No.
characters. Not
Yeah,
some
wait, John.
random-ass
What
character.
character speaks English? What's
I don't
their
know.
name?
Guys,
Oh,
I
what's the act- what's
did
the
not make a
actress' name?
point about people making English. I just said making English, speaking English. I just
Making
said
English?
all I said was that there
Making
was a
English to the
place
world?
where they did speak English, and then nobody believed me. That is all. That is all.
Who is they?
No, I know. I don't.
Who is they?
Who is
Some
they?
person.
Tak.
Actor
Listen.
12B.
I'm with Elsmore. I love Bergman films, all the Swedish, and sometimes it sounds like they're speaking English, and it's awesome. Okay, time to get to the real business. Is this film basically just a huge dose of copium to make you feel good about the choices you've made in life?
No.
No, don't. This is an evil.
Is it just
road.
is it just some like don't worry, it's gonna be okay audience?
No,
No.
this is
Don't worry.
your Hanukkah bleeding through this film. Make it stop.
This is actually a film by a big Denmark peasant to try to get you to move to the Jutland Peninsula and
Jutland.
be poor.
big poor.
Big four.
Trying to get you to be poor.
Big
Dude,
Four.
Big Poor we need to get Big Pour's influence out of our government, dude.
Out of cinema. Don't worry, audience. I know you're really concerned about the choices you made in life, but it'll all be okay because sacrifice.
No, I think it's making
It's more of a maybe the real,
real.
The
success
real.
in life was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, I think that's
yeah,
right.
and like I don't know. There's obviously the point to be made about like, actually I don't know. Never mind. This is just different. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
So you admit it? It's
No.
copium.
I mean, I can see how someone
Dude,
could
okay,
use
hold
it
on.
as cope, but it's like it's not the same thing. I mean, take the general. Like the general is, I feel like the most analogous thing to like the viewer. Like you definitely like live. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're worldly to some degree and blah blah blah, but he is penitent and he wishes that he was he wished that he was more pious or whatever and that he had made better decisions. And I think it's like it's like what you're asking is something like is like God's grace cope is like what you're actually no, I mean unironically that is what you're asking.
Grace
Yeah.
him. Yeah, no, I'm with you. It's God's great copium.
I mean, dude,
I don't
even
actually.
if
I don't think it's copium.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it is cope, I
This is
mean, do you
true.
see how happy they are at the end? That's like half a joke and half a real point.
Get
One
your
dose of copium,
utility.
One dose of copium.
Yeah,
You know?
one.
Yeah,
one soma pill, please.
One
Yeah,
one Skinner's
no,
box.
Yeah.
Oh,
but-
also, I don't really think. Yeah, one Skinner's dog, please. I don't think. I disagree. I think you probably feel like you're more like the general, just because you know more about the type of like lavishness that he does than the people in the
Yeah.
pious place. But I think it's definitely much more general in that like in a lot of ways you are the
Okay, which Babbette's Feast character?
Hey guys, the real audience
what I'm
audience
saying?
insert
Like,
is the
you-
turtle.
The way
Is the
yes,
block of ice.
The way no,
I'm the old man with the long beard.
Director insert block of ice.
Which Babbette's Feast character?
Take the quiz. I think the way you see your life playing out is much more like the pious people than the generals.
Why? Because of like he's rich.
Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah, I think like the general's opening phrase where he's like, or not opening phrase, but I love both the general's like super commanding statements, both one to the woman and other to his friend in the military when he gets back.
Yeah.
I wish I were like you. I will now forget everything that happened, and I will dedicate every moment to winning, and getting rich and big. And I will. What does he say? He's like, I will cut myself a slot into the big world,
something like that.
or whatever he says. It's super epic, but like I don't think you feel like that at all.
Okay, so who's more? And I
Right,
don't know.
I'd say-
I mean, I'm just
know what
I
I'm
do
saying?
know what you're saying.
Like you're not the guy who's like rise and grind, time to get the bag, and it's like all about you're like let's make a short film, and I can't wait to get married and have kids, and just like focus on what I love. I mean, you probably want to get rich too, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that
I'm an entrepreneur.
all I'm saying is that this guy is. Look, I don't think I need to like pigeonhole the audience into or like me myself into like a particular character or something. But all I'm saying is that like as you're watching it, like you are more of the world than the people are, like the town is, and that like I mean, I don't know. We were just talking about like because I originally brought it up in the context of like you saying the thing about don't worry about it, like you can do whatever you want and it's okay, you can just eat a cool dinner and it's chill, but it's Yeah, I'm just saying like the general
you're
is the one who
right.
makes mistakes and then admits his wrongs, and I'm saying that is closer to you than being like the sisters or something or the dad.
All right. Troy's gone too far. I agree. We are more of the world. We are more of the world like the general than the pious people. But I'm just saying. Obviously, there's a little bit of every character inside of us.
Yeah, we
should make
we should make a
let's,
I am
BuzzFeed.
so Babbette. Oh my God, no, you're.
We should make a
You're
BuzzFeed quiz, and when you reach the end, it's like the film is you, regardless of what you chose.
Yeah, there's
There's
just
only one
only one
answer. The film
answer,
is you.
and it's
The
just
film's
the
inside of you.
let
Film
me
is inside your walls.
So God.
let me get the floor here for a
Ahead.
sec, dude. Let's all share a time that we had a Babbette's feast. You know, it's like very Thanksgiving-y. Like this is what Thanksgiving is supposed to be. Is everyone's like all savoring the food and like so thankful, and you're leaning over to your brother and saying like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for that time that I, stabbed you. Like I love you. I'm so thankful that you're alive and that I'm here with you enjoying this meal." And yeah, so like we should all be having Babette's feasts.
That's
You
what
know.
I'm saying. That was my takeaway.
No, but like we should be having them. We should have already had them, and we should continue to have them. And I mean,
If I can just make a point on that, just like what I was thinking of as you're saying that is kind of like, I feel like the modern cynical view of like family gatherings, like you go and it's just
oh, it's so
Yeah.
bad, so
yeah,
terrible.
so bad. And I was just thinking like this.
There's always that one racist
And
uncle.
this is just literally the
Thanksgiving
polar
clapback.
like I think the idea that you can have like that to have like faith in like the like power of like creating a real event, like creating like a proper meal, a proper
trying
meal
to
or a
make
proper
actually
something to like,
significant, yeah.
I don't know,
Engaging with the arts, engaging with
yeah, and to put
God.
and to say that it's like, I don't know, just to cynically like put down like, oh, it's just a meal or whatever, is like, I like the idea of putting it as that the meal itself is like the thing that like brings them together or whatever. I don't know, it's a work of art, etc., etc. I don't know. I thought about that as you were saying that, as well as when I was watching the movie, is just how much I hate like the kind of cynical view of family gatherings and these things, and how this is just so right and so worth like pursuing,
Yeah, that doesn't. The cynical view is just because, fucking Aunt Jenny always bakes dry ass turkey.
Well,
Um,
I mean, like, to be fair, like, would this have gone as well as it would have if they all sat around eating bread and ale soup? Like, engaging with the art form of like the highest magnitude of what could be created by a human, and being able
I
to share
think-
that.
I think that it is less about the, I don't know, I think it's more, I think it has more to do with like Babbette's like intentions, and less to do with
Yes.
necessarily like the meal itself, because it's like, I feel like the meal could be actually like excessive or something, like it could be,
Yeah. So
I don't know.
yeah, I was just saying, like, I don't think it actually has to do with like how great the meal was, but it's more so it's like attention to detail and putting care into it and thought and like wanting to try and make something good and like meaningful and significant.
Okay, but could you imagine
Alright.
if Babette was Chinese and she was making like insect food? And they were eating larvae.
All right, time for me to make the 11th grade English class point and simultaneously answer Elsewhere's question.
blue.
implying we've ever been past the 11th grade.
We've got like the 11th grade podcast, dude.
Yeah.
So true. To answer Elsmore's question, every time I watch Great Kino is my Babbette's Feast. Because Babbette is obviously the director who loves us so very much and has created this film for us to have that special moment where we love each other and we want the wholesome Thanksgiving with our family and we wish for all the good things.
That's why I'm saying that this movie is like the perfect movie to watch with your family, you know, because it's like
But this is evidence that you've been feasted. The director made a feast for you, and now you feel like the people do, where you're like, I want to watch Babbette's Feast with my family because I love them.
Yeah, I know, and I'm saying like the watching it with your family. I don't know if you're gonna run with the analogy. It's like you're gonna all eat the feast, you know.
Babbette's the director. The wine is the camera. the turtle
is the film
soup
stock.
Is the editor.
Is a
the
C
fruit
stand.
Is obviously transitions.
Is an HMI.
Who's the
And
sound
like
guy?
when you overlay the footage, like when it shows the cake and then it tries to overlay to when the cake has toppings.
And then the quail.
That part is the producer.
The quail brain is.
Yeah, when you suck out the quail brain,
that's a small
when
HD
you have a loud
monitor.
start
That's the
to a
director's
film.
monitor.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
a
director's
C-stand.
monitor.
Who's
There's
the
a sound guy somewhere. We haven't found him yet.
Sound guy, no, the sound guy is all the plating because he couldn't do anything without the bowls and plates.
That's right.
That's the
yeah.
foundation. The table is the cinema,
Whoa.
Okay, but that's valid.
Is the cinema.
and I'm the general because I took the quiz and I'm the general. You are such a Babbette.
I'll be back.
I'm Papan. I'm rich and lonely.
I'm rich and fat and I have a good voice.
What? No, he sings great.
Yeah, I said good voice.
Oh, I thought you said bad voice.
No, I said good voice. The audience is gonna comment. Comment below who you think is right.
Why don't we get any comments below?
Oh,
Please comment
dude.
below.
Okay. Shout out. I don't know if hopefully you've made it this far. Shout out to our Czech audience. We need to keep singing their praises.
Okay, well, should we shout out to the
My,
people in India? We get
They don't
huge
listen
shit on-
this far. They don't actually listen.
Yeah.
That's true.
Nothing against India, but you guys skip around a lot, and only on movies that have to do with sex.
No, we're actually blowing up on a ton of them.
Really?
On
Are they actually
YouTube.
listening now?
No, but
Oh.
we have lots of Indian views who have skipped around a lot.
Well, all I know is our Czech audience has been with us since day one, and they actually listen to the podcast. So
Okay, shout out to the Czech audience.
Shout out to the Czech audience. Czech.
Czech.
Well, John left, but I think
My Audacity has stopped recording.
Uh-oh.
Fuck. It's set to like right on my main hard drive, and I ran out of space.
All right, so
You still have the phone one, right?
okay.
Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah.
phone
So
is-
wait, hold
the
on. The
phone is
audience
running.
can't even hear
All
this
the-
conversation right now.
The phone
the
is
phone's still running?
the phone is two separate recording files.
Jacob
Okay.
Because I had to answer a call from my family. when
Jacob
they were
hates
freaking out.
Brody is
This
what
is
he's
so
always
awesome.
trying to say.
This.
Yeah, no, I'll pay you in
Just buy a
compliments.
mic.
I
Get a $20.
Troy, just don't do this with me right now, okay? I was waiting for Godot yesterday. I was stuck in hell, okay? I was waiting all night for my sister to show up. She never showed up to pick up the fucking bag or whatever. And it was my plan to go and buy some fucking Blue Yeti or some shit. And I couldn't
Don't
do
get
that.
a Blue Yeti.
Whatever.
Get
Just
whatever.
fucking... What do you mean? What? Oh, don't get a Blue Yeti, but get whatever?
No, get what Brody has.
What does Brody have?
Some cheapo, really good mic.
cheapo,
Alright.
really good.
It's called like the Vivo or something. It's like big on Amazon. I have the Blue Yeti and I regret it.
The Vivo?
I got Blue Yeti and I regret it, bro.
Give me your Blue Yeti and then you get what Brody has.
My Blue Yeti is too expensive for that trade. Even though it's sunk cost, and I'd rather have what Brody has.
Yeah, what you just said. Just
Yeah. Yep. Okay, should we wrap this up? I think.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay, so basically-
anything pertinent.
In summary, Babbette's Feast an epic meta. It's ultimately a Hanukkah film because it's really all about film.
No, don't.
It's
Dude,
literally
do not
it's
even say
literally
his
a-
name.
It's
Don't even say his name.
It's literally a film about film, and any denial of that is pure copium.
I'm gonna sue the podcast to revoke my likeness.
I was watching it, and I was just expecting Hanukkah to appear through the screen. He says, I bet you thought that was comfy, huh? Yeah, I know. I tricked you into thinking that. Isn't that funny how I did that
Yeah,
to
Gabriel Axel is just a pseudonym for Hanukkah.
you? Yeah.
Okay, but unironically, great film about film. Great film about love and family.
No, it is. Brody, why are you shaking your head?
And it just goes to show that literally all the best films are in some sense about film.
No, dude, I need to contest that.
Literally name one of the real like what of the you know all the films we watch that everyone has loved the most and have been the most kino
Dude.
are in some substantial sense about film.
Dude, you can't
It's
just
about-
say
dude,
that.
this
You
is-
can't
this
just
is
say,
about art,
dude,
not film.
That
Exactly.
Film is
That
within the
comes from-
holistic
Yeah. No, that's
Dude.
fair. That's
idea
fair.
conception of art, but
That's
you
fair.
cannot say it's about film. It's about art.
That's fire.
That's
fair.
fire,
That's
dude.
fair.
That's fire, dude.
That's fire.
That's fire.
That's a nice
That's
slip
fire.
there. That's a
That's
nice
fire.
slip.
That's fire.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
I
fire.
think that's
That's fire. Okay.
It is. Some coincidence. All the best films that get you to believe in God are also substantially about art.
Dude, Troy, you are so conceptually
Really?
bankrupt right now.
It really makes you think. It's almost like there's a link between beauty and all
You
that is
just-
good in the world.
Dude.
You know how I got these scars?
Just-
All right, let's do scores.
how did
I
he get
guess,
the
or
scars?
Final thoughts. I was watching so much art about art, and my smile got stuck like that. And the doctors tried to cut it up
hmm
to make me frown because doctors are antichrist,
Right.
and I don't believe the science.
Dude, I
But
hate
I
it.
got the government came and handcuffed me, and they said you can't be smiling all the time. You're watching too much art. We know. And then the doctors tried to do stuff to me, but then I watched Babbette's Feast and I smiled again.
Nice.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
All right, so final
Fire.
thoughts. Bada bing, bada boom.
He's
This
fire.
film is a film about why all the best films are about the link between God and beauty and art, and tickets, flights from LA to Utah are only $80, and we can pay my mom, a classically trained chef, to create a 12-course Babbette's Feast meal. But you guys didn't like the film as much as I do, so you don't actually want to do that. I'm giving this film a 4.0. No,
Point.
0.1.
Whoa.
Hold on, John.
Live
It's time for you to
amendment.
complain about that choice.
No. You can choose whatever you want. You can choose whatever you want. I don't have a problem with what you do.
Wait, you don't want to have a 40-minute discussion about
No,
Squid?
Wait,
that
hold
only
on a
happened
second.
once last time.
Troy has some numbers pulled up here, and they have numbers filled in already.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that. I just copy and pasted.
Oh, I thought that was your
I thought he
prediction.
I thought he was committing acts.
Predictions?
I thought he was committing
Yeah,
acts of
okay. So
evil.
everybody
know.
make your
Predictions.
predictions, and then we'll go through the scores, and then
Wait, this is going to take 30 minutes. Oh, also as a quick point, this was the first time that I bet Brody would like a movie.
Wait, this is?
Yeah, remember this is the
I-
first time where I was like, I'm finally
thought-
staking my claim.
I thought that this was like a soft stake. Like you thought I would think the movie was like okay, but this wasn't like a hard like you will like this,
No.
Brody.
The official claim was, I predict Brody will like this movie,
Okay.
which is nondescript. So
Yeah.
it's easy for me to win.
okay.
That is true. And it's like Christ build, so
But we
it's
both
like
win.
kind of
When
cheating.
I win, we win.
When, when I'm right and everyone else is wrong, then everyone is right. Yeah, it was a good movie. We'll watch it again. I want to show other people the movie. It's a 4.4.
Whoa! What
Yeah,
a score.
great
Wow, what a
movie.
score.
Anything that's gonna make me cry as much as I did during this movie gets up there. It really climbs the ladder. But yeah,
I'm giving this
Good movie.
I'm giving this a cool 3.3. I really liked it, but it wasn't like the greatest shit I've ever seen. It was a little bit.
It wasn't The Dark Knight.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't Dark Knight.
It's no Dark
It
Knight.
wasn't.
It's
It
no Dark
wasn't.
Knight.
It was no Now You See Me Too.
Vault scene.
Yeah,
Part
vault
one.
scene. But it was good. It was comfy.
I hate. Oh, I'm so tempted to say I bet you'd like it so much more in a second viewing, but I feel like from now on, let's just say it's a given that I say that for every movie we ever watch.
Okay, that'll be part of the records.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think of what I didn't like about this movie, and boy, I tell you, I'm having a hard time. So, in general, I'm thinking a higher score for this one. I even thought about giving it an extremely high score, the likes of which have probably only been seen once or twice on this pod. And even while talking right now, I'm thinking hard and I'm thinking long about what I want to give this film. It's definitely above a 4 for me, but does it go the
Cut
distance?
the mustard.
Okay. I finally thought of something I didn't like, so I feel comfortable pegging this at a 4.7.
Nice.
What can you reveal that one thing you didn't like?
No.
Would you get pegged by?
No.
No.
Would you get pegged by?
Good move.
Evil question.
Because even though you gave it the highest score here, and therefore you understood it the most, right? But that one
Dude,
thing
Brody,
you said that
cut
you don't
cut
like.
the meta-analysis, all right?
No,
one
that's
thing
true.
that-
No, this
one
is
thing
true.
This is for the pod. This is for the pod about analyzing cinematography.
but if you were even to dare say something you didn't like about it, Troy would be on you. Even though you liked it more than him.
Yeah, well, you're definitely right that Elsmore wins this episode. He understood the film the most, and he wins with 4.7.
yeah. Go
Yeah, I dared. It's just about who dares to go the highest.
I think
But I said something I didn't like about this.
because they're like, I'm the most cynical, I'm the most level-headed. I'm
Yeah,
not
Brody
getting all
always-
wrapped
yeah.
up in the emotions.
Yeah, Brody doesn't get distracted by emotion.
I'm cool and analytical.
Rational.
Rational.
It's just
Brody's the
I'm
rational,
the rational
viewer.
viewer.
Brody's really going through some shit.
Well, all right. I guess that's it. It's a little early, but I don't think the audience knows that Troy loves Christmas. And let me just a little teaser. We have a great Christmas special episode planned.
Oh, we
do?
have great
Yeah.
Halloween plans as well, right? Right.
I thought we were
Right.
just gonna listen to Monster
right.
Mash.
We have good Halloween plans, right?
We're just gonna upload the Monster Mash to Podbean
Are we gonna have a is Steven gonna redo the theme for Christmas because it's gonna be all Christmas themed?
Oh,
We're
yeah.
all gonna
a good
dress
idea.
up.
Yeah, we're gonna do a chime performance.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have a good Christmas episode planned. I'm really excited about it. We also last episode I revealed that we were gonna do a film walkthrough, not walkthrough like explain, more like watch it in real time, talk about it for hours and hours and hours. The only person who's so far willing is John, i.e. John loves film more than Brody and Jacob.
Well, I'm willing. I just don't think I would be very productive.
Come hang out.
Who
Come hang
cares?
out for
Anyway,
15
we're working
hours.
on it, team. Cinematographological crew out there.
Our interns are working overtime.
Which is
We need a
growing.
name for the fans. We need like
Cinematographers.
Yeah, I think that's good. All right, cinematographers.
Cinematographilosophers.
Cinematographilosophers.
That's what we should name the podcast. All right. Well, I guess that's it. Does anyone have any last words?
I was faking it. I was faking it the whole
you might
time.
die
I was
before the
faking
next
it. This
episode.
movie sucks.
Listen, you guys, you might die before the next episode, and this would be like the last thing on record. I don't think you're gonna record yourself talking anytime soon.
Okay, so
Dude,
then the last thing.
Stop
okay.
with the evil.
That's a good last word.
That's my message. Stop with the evil.
Stop doing bad things. Okay.
Start doing good things.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, Brody, you gotta clinch it.
Okay, if I were to make my last word something on record, it would be bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Wait, we gotta do it. Wait, we gotta get everyone.
I said bye.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Au revoir. Au revoir, Babbette.
Bye.
Hey, Mom.
Recording isn't stopped.
All right, recording has stopped.